So welcome back, everyone. So today I need to talk a little bit about some frustrations I'm having with the boy, and I've got some clips to show you guys on what I'm talking about. But first I need to do a quick thank you to Nellie. Thank you so much for your donation to our super thanks. Almost forgot what it was called for a second. And also a huge thank you to Marta. I got the Happy Mail, and thank you very much for all the little trinkets in here. I'm definitely going to be using some of these for a journal I'm currently working on, and you have officially got me obsessed with journal making, and I'm probably going to end up redoing like some old scrapbooks because I like this concept better. But thank you so much for all the goodies, and I love your handwriting, by the way. Alright, so Mr. Man and his reactivity issues. I feel so done. I'm just done with training this dog. Like, and I know I still need to. And, we all know that Sully's reactivity is definitely largely based in lack of practice on most things. But, I keep thinking back to when he was a baby. And I remember, like, when people did come to the house to try to visit. And granted, we didn't have a lot happen, but, people used to be able to pet him. And he never would react right away with, like, his siren bark that he does. And it's like, I keep trying to figure out where we went wrong, like what happened. And yes, I know someone's gonna say to me once again, cattle dogs nip, cattle dogs are protective. Obviously I know that by now. I'm on number 7. I mean, it's not a surprise to me that they do what they do. It's the fact that it's starting again, and I'm so tired of like the back and forth between, okay, we've got this. I see progress, we're there, and then he reverts back for whatever reason. And trying to figure out some of those triggers, it sucks because it's like I'm not in his head. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's like I see all these good things that he's experienced, like good situations, and it's like, but then me and my husband were talking, and we were thinking back to when he had his surgery, and that is definitely when he started to really have trust issues with people. And nowadays it's like he has trust issues with every person he meets. Like, it doesn't matter if he takes a cookie from you. If you try to go to pet him or try to build any kind of thing further past that cookie, he will snap. And grant you, all my cattle dogs have snapped one time or another. That's just how they are. But it's the fact that he goes into that immediate mindset of, let's attack them, kill mode, as we call it in our house. And I even had to take him to the vet again recently, for a minor injury he got, and he's fine, don't worry, he's all good. But it's like, while we're at the vet, I saw the immediate fear that he had for those people, and the way he curled up into me, and I put a muzzle on him because I could see he was about to lunge. They all could see he was about to lunge. Like, he had whale eyes. All body language signs were pointing to he is going to attack one of these people. But, he did great for the exam and let them, do whatever they needed to do. And, he also took cookies from the vet, but then at the end, after like 5 cookies, he started to get the whale eyes again and started to look like he wanted to attack her. And he's always been leery of people, breed trait, but it's like the idea that he has in his head now that he should lunge and attack after the cookie, or that he just should automatically protect his bubble. Like, I don't know where that happened except for maybe after that surgery, because I noticed a lot of behavioral changes after that surgery, being away from mother, and then of course all the pain he went through because they took out the staples without giving him anything, that could trigger or traumatize a pup too. And I'm kind of like, well, how do I fix this trauma? And I know, fixing trauma with dogs can be very difficult if that's what's causing this. When I was a groomer, I used to, lay down on the floor and sing to certain dogs, and really take a long time to give them a nail trim just to get them comfortable again with being with a groomer, because they had bad experiences with another groomer, so it's like there's ways to treat this, but it's like people are so afraid of him, and that's really hard to retrain that trauma. I know he's not the worst cattle dog out there, like, not that I think any cattle dog's bad or the worst, but his level of reactivity isn't as bad as it used to be, for sure, or like others, but it's still there. It's like when I take him to stores and stuff or out in public, it's like he's choosing now to make the wrong decision, if that makes sense. Like, my girls are really good about when they're put in a situation of a strange dog or a person that they are leery of, you know, they will do their bark protective thing too, but they know when to stop and they know when to come back and just continue on things with mom, you know. With Sully, it's very like, let's kill it now, or let's attack it, or like, he's so fearful. And it's like, I don't know how to cure this. Well, maybe not cure it, but you know, whatever word I'm supposed to use on the internet these days. And when it comes to other dogs, like, you know, he's back at the point where he's like pulling himself and jumping up and slamming into houses and things like that. But then he has like really good moments like this. Look at you not reacting. Good boy, sir. Good boy. Just being curious. I know, good job, bud. Let's keep going. And I can see he's still alert in that clip, and it's not like, and he's still reacting. But he's not reacting badly. He's staying calm. He's not pulling and lunging and jumping around like a crazy person, you know. But it's those moments I love. But then it's like we get into other situations. There's a dog behind us. There's a child behind us. And this isn't too bad, but usually he's jumping up at the house, slamming himself and choking himself and saying leave it and come over here doesn't always work, and the kid's still walking freaking behind us. Hey, just keep walking, come on. Oh, kiddo. You make mama work too much. He's like, but look at my face, I'm worth it. And that clip, I know my training was like totally off. It was totally bad. I wasn't giving the correct commands. I was frustrated. You could hear the frustration in my voice. We literally had that dog slamming into the window, which that's the house he always slams into. And I try to avoid that, but I couldn't go across the street because there was people and dogs on that side. There was a kid walking behind us, going faster at the time. It was a mess. But then we go back to that house, you know, and he does way better. He's got his tail up. He's already alert. He knows what house we're going to. Sully. Good boy. Just stay here with mom. Okay. Girls, why are you can you walk? Why are we slowing down? And he's already reacting. Can you just leave it, sir? Look at him. I think he's ignoring me. Just walk. You're pulling and acting a fool. Leave it. No, leave it. All right, keep walking. It's the absolute randomness that kills me with this dog. Like, we even met a French bulldog, and he and the girls, I wish I would record it because this was the perfect example of my frustration with him and his reactivity. Is he was, you know, they did butt sniffs. I don't know what a sniff is. You know, they did butt sniffs, and you know, they were wagging tails, and it wasn't like a I'm gonna attack you waggy tail. It was kind of playful. And then all of a sudden he like looked at his sisters and then went into attack mode and let out that siren bark at this poor French bulldog. And it was like, okay, so this just got ruined because you chose to do something wrong. Or maybe it got ruined because I did something wrong. I don't know. I wish I would have recorded it though, but it's really hard to record sometimes walking 3 dogs. I'm still not sure how I'm able to get any clips whatsoever. So my goal for him at this point is just to retrain, do more practice, and give him till he's 3 years old. Because some cattle dogs just need that extra year to get their stuff together. And I know I need to get my stuff a little bit together because I know I am getting very frustrated because I'm done. I'm so done. Because I know he knows. Like, that's what's pissing me off is like, he knows what I'm asking him. It's just he chooses, it's that I do what I want attitude. And I know this is probably repetitive stuff from other videos of mine, but it's like, I'm just so frustrated that we're past 2 years and I have to redo this again. But, you know, sometimes you have to do that with any dog. I don't think it's just cattle dogs. And I am going to probably put him back on a harness, because the harness, if he does try to pull at a house and jump and slam himself into it, like, I'm scared to death he's already damaged his trachea from how bad he's slammed into houses. Like, and it's so random too, because I don't know when he's going to do it. Sometimes he'll walk past a house that we've walked past before. No reaction, just, you know, chilling with me and the girls, walking along, and then all of a sudden, bam, he slams himself up into the house because, you know, that dog in the house said something to him that offended him, apparently. So it's like... And another thing that I know for sure is definitely not helping his reactivity with dogs is irresponsible dog owners. Like, a week prior to our camping trip, we had 3 random dogs just come out of nowhere. Well, I mean, not out of nowhere. They came out of people's homes or yards or whatever, but... and that drives me nuts, because it's like, those owners are not, one, being responsible for their dog, but 2, it's like, you're not helping my situation when I'm trying to train the dog on not to kill. Like, I mean, or maybe I shouldn't say not kill, but it's like, Sully goes into complete protect mode, and I don't blame him, because these dogs are literally charging out full, like, prey drive attitude. Some of them have even come up and straight up snapped. Like, I mean, and I'm not blaming it all on other people's dogs, but it's like, it doesn't help anything whatsoever. And in those situations, my girls will, like, figure out what you can see them thinking, like, is this a situation I need to react protective like, or are we just gonna chill, see if it calms down? You know, they're processing it. Sully he automatically goes into, I will protect and kill. And, you know, I've said before, you know, this is why I don't mind camping with Sully, because I have no fear that he would get somebody. But at the same time, my arm hurts. The pull he does when he lunges, it's like, this is why these dogs can handle cattle kicking them. They are so strong and tough. But my old-ish butt is getting injured. So we still plan on doing more home socialization practice with my best friend and him. We still plan on eventually going to the park with him muzzled. I don't think Sully will ever be a dog unmuzzled around people, because that fear that I see is so strong with him. I know it's not as bad as it could be, but he's already got a history of very bad moments. I mean, I know not everybody watches every single video. I mean you should, because you have to know exactly every detail of Sully's life. But I mentioned in a previous video, you know, we had an incident with my mother-in-law. You know, she actually got bit, and you know, that was just a weird freak accident thing, but it's like, that's a history. He's got a history of already doing that to somebody that was in our home. And then he also nipped a guy's pants leg when we were training out in public. So it's like, he's got a history of that. So it's like, he's got to be watched, period, now for that. Like, there's no way I would just let him run free with strangers because of those incidents. And it's like, just his automatic reaction is to, if I bite them, they'll go away type thing, which, I mean, again, not maybe a bad thing, but I don't want my arm being pulled off during the process. I want him to understand that, yes, you can do that in this situation, but not. And like, I don't know how I taught my girls that. Like, my girls are just so good about figuring out when they need to go into protect mode, and he's not. I don't know what I'm missing, and I just feel so done. But like, it's not his fault, not completely. No, like, you know, I know I need work on something, because I might have been slacking on training stuff just because, you know, once I thought I got him okay, I might have, like, eased up too much or something. I don't know, but we both need work. But regardless of any of it, I love him. I'm not going to get rid of him. I'm not going to give up on him. I'm going to just keep practicing, and I wish I could practice things more with him, but like, you know, my friend is the only one willing to work with him, and she's not working. I'm working. We're all working, like, trying to make the monies, and it's just, it's a lot. But yeah, surgery and random dogs, I think, has just traumatized him, and we're just gonna have to, like, you know, work through it a bit. But yeah, those are just some of my frustrations I'm going through again with Mr. Man. So thank you all for listening. again to the same problems we are still having again. So anyway, remember to click like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Just leave it. Leave it. That's his yard. Come on. No, leave it. Leave it. Kid. Nope, come on.